Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is your space to breathe, to reset, and to rebuild the version of yourself you may have lost along the way. Today, we are talking about something so many people quietly go through, but rarely talk about openly: how to rebuild yourself after burnout. And if you're watching this because you feel exhausted, disconnected, overwhelmed, or like you're running on fumes, you're not alone. And you're not broken, you're just tired in a way that rest alone can't fix. Let's take a moment together before we begin. A slow, deep breath. Because this topic deserves gentleness. Burnout isn't just stress. It's not just being tired. Burnout is what happens when you've pushed yourself long after your mind and body whispered, "Please slow down." It's what happens when you carry responsibilities that pile up silently, when you're the one who keeps it together for everyone else, when you keep pushing because stopping feels scarier than continuing. Burnout is the moment your system finally says, "I can't run on survival mode anymore." So before we talk about rebuilding, let's talk about the truth behind burnout. Burnout doesn't happen because you're weak. It happens because you were too strong for too long. You carried too much without support. You held in emotions that needed to come out. You ignored your own needs because other people's needs screamed louder. Burnout is not a failure, it's a message. Your mind and body forcing you to pause because you didn't feel you had permission to pause before. And rebuilding yourself starts with understanding that message. When you're burnt out, you lose parts of yourself, your energy, your motivation, your clarity, your joy, and sometimes your sense of identity. You start feeling like a blurry version of who you used to be. Little things feel heavy, decisions feel impossible, even resting feels like it doesn't help. You're not lazy, your brain is in recovery mode. It's trying to protect you by slowing you down, and rebuilding yourself doesn't start with motivation, it starts with compassion. You cannot rebuild yourself from a place of blame. You rebuild by first saying, "I'm allowed to be here, I'm allowed to be tired, I'm allowed to start over slowly." Let's talk about the first step of rebuilding, understanding that you won't bounce back, you'll grow back. And growth is slower, but it's deeper, more stable, more real. You're not trying to return to your old self. You're creating a version of yourself that won't break so easily again. The next step is accepting that burnout recovery is not linear. Some days you feel like yourself again. Other days you can barely get through the morning, and that doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're healing. A nervous system in recovery needs consistency, not perfection. Now let's talk about something important. Burnout often comes from running your life as if you're being chased by expectations, chased by deadlines, chased by standards you didn't choose, chased by the fear of disappointing others, chased by the fear of falling behind. And the shift happens when you stop running and start choosing. Choosing slowness instead of speed. Choosing intention instead of autopilot. Choosing boundaries instead of guilt. Choosing rest instead of constant productivity. Choosing yourself in moments you used to ignore your own voice. Rebuilding yourself after burnout is emotional, physical, and psychological. So let's go layer by layer. First, the emotional layer. Burnout leaves you feeling numb or overly sensitive. You might cry easily or feel nothing at all. Both are normal. Your emotional bandwidth has been stretched thin. Give yourself permission to feel without judgment. Say things like, "It makes sense that I feel this way." It's okay to slow down right now. My feelings are valid even if they're uncomfortable. Your emotions don't need to be fixed, they need to be acknowledged. Second, the physical layer. Your body keeps score. Months or years of stress take a toll. You might feel fatigued, tense, foggy, or wired even when exhausted. This is your nervous system stuck in survival mode. Start with small physical signals of safety, deep breaths, quiet mornings, warm showers, walks without your phone, eating properly, sleeping at consistent times, stretching, pausing. These small actions tell your body you're safe now. Third, the identity layer. Burnout shakes your sense of self. You may not trust your abilities. You may doubt your decisions. You may feel lost. This is because burnout strips life down to the essentials and asks, who are you without the pressure? This is not a crisis, it's a reset. Instead of forcing yourself to go back to normal, ask, what kind of life actually feels sustainable to me? What kind of pacing feels healthy? What kind of work feels meaningful? What kind of relationships feel supportive? Let's talk about the first step of rebuilding, understanding that you won't bounce back, you'll grow back. And growth is slower, but it's deeper, more stable, more real. You're not trying to return to your old self. You're creating a version of yourself that won't break so easily again. The next step is accepting that burnout recovery is not linear. Some days you feel like yourself again. Other days you can barely get through the morning, and that doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're healing. Burnout gives you the clarity to rebuild yourself around what matters, not around what drains you. Now let's talk about the practical part, rebuilding. Rebuilding doesn't mean doing more, it means doing differently. Try focusing on the smallest possible wins. Not running a marathon, simply putting on your shoes. Not having a perfect routine, just doing one thing that grounds you. Not overhauling your habits, just choosing one gentle improvement each day. Small wins compound. They rebuild confidence, they rebuild stability, they rebuild trust in yourself. You don't need to feel motivated, you just need to feel willing. Another powerful shift is this: stop asking, how do I push myself again? Start asking, how do I support myself better? Pushing is what caused the burnout, support is what heals it. One final thought before we end. Burnout often makes you feel behind, like everyone else seems fine while you're stuck rebuilding, but you're not behind. You're just recalibrating, resting, healing, finding your new normal, building your foundation, strengthening your boundaries, rediscovering your energy, reclaiming your peace. And when you rebuild yourself with intention instead of pressure, you don't just recover, you rise. If this video gave you clarity or comfort, stay with this channel. Thank you for being here. You're doing better than you think, and I'll see you in the next video.